Hey guys, this is me, Cody Weismiller here. I just want to take about 5 minutes of your time to talk about frog fishing. If there's one thing I want you guys to get out of this, or if there's one or two things I want you guys to get out of this, man, the number one thing is you have to be using the right equipment. I'm using a 7-foot medium fast action tip rod by St. Croix module bass rod on a bait caster with 50-pound test suffix braid. I've seen so many guys out there, including some of my best friends. They think it's so cool that I'm catching fish on these frogs, and they keep losing frogs and they keep losing fish because they're using spinning reels and they're using light line and all that other stuff. It's not a smart idea, guys, to use frogs with spinning reels in a bunch of slop and a bunch of heavy weeds. You're gonna lose the fish. You are just gonna lose it. And then when that fish hits, if you're using mono, you try to set the hook, you try to get that hook penetrated, and it ain't gonna happen because your line is gonna stretch. It's gonna do one of two things: it's gonna break, or you're not even gonna have enough power to get a hook in that fish. Number two, if you're using light line in the first place and then you do hook that fish, well, how are you gonna get them out? How are you gonna get them out of that heavy cover? That's why all the professionals out there use heavy line, heavy rods, heavy gear, just totally heavy gear. The next thing I gotta tell you guys is you gotta remain calm. You've got to remain calm at all times. What I try to do is I try to visualize in my head, okay, how is this fish gonna hit? Where is he gonna hit? How is he gonna hit? Is he gonna hit it hard? Is he gonna hit it soft? And once I can kind of visualize that in my head, I mean, it's on every cast, from as soon as it hits the water, from as soon as it's right foot away from me. I'm always visualizing if or when that fish is gonna hit. And once I visualize that, it kind of helps me get more fish in because I've already seen the hit in my mind. And now once I see the hit out there, it's kind of, okay, I've pictured, how that fish is gonna hit, and now it's there. Well, okay, so hopefully that can help you. Another tip I've got is when you cast out there, I see so many guys. They work it back to them as fast as they can. You've got to give the fish time to look at this bait. You've just got to give the fish time. Because think about it this way. From your point of view, yeah, it doesn't look like much. It doesn't look, like a lot. But first the fish has to see the target. The fish has to get a good look at the target to figure out if it's going to eat it or not. Number two, the fish has to get through all that crap you see out there in order just to get that thing. I mean, the fish has to do a lot of work. You're not doing much work, but when that fish decides to hit, I mean, he's already, excuse me, he's already gone through a lot of stuff just to get this thing. Excuse me, my allergies are terrible this morning, but I really want to get a video in for you guys. I mean, the fish has gone through so much just to get this meal, and people don't understand that. So just remain calm, use the right equipment, and make sure you retrieve it slow. If you're out in open water, retrieve it as fast as you want, but once you start getting into some cover, you gotta really slow down. So thanks, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. And at the end of this, I'm gonna be showing maybe about 4 or 5 clips. I don't know how many, but there's about 4 or 5 clips that are gonna be at the end of this that I really good want you guys to watch. And everything I've just talked about, it's gonna be put on video for you guys, and it's gonna be me catching fish on frogs. So hopefully you guys get the idea. So thanks, guys, for watching. this segment of On the Water with Cody Smith. It's a dink, but it's still a fish. Dink on the frog. Look at what this bass had to come through just to get a meal. It's amazing. Spro, bronze eye, popper. Look at what this little dink had to go through just to get a meal. Unfortunately, that's not edible. What? When does that ever happen? When does that ever happen? He won't hit a frog, but he'll hit a worm. You guys can see that fish. Just giving you a look at it. Four-inch yum dinner, Mardi Gras color. Give you guys a look at the fish here. He ain't that big, but I'm gonna release her. There he is. Look at what he did to my frog. Look at what he did to my frog. Look at what that fish did to my frog. Okay, here we are. Little dink fish on the frog, finally. But I mean, look at how he just demolished my frog. Just demolished my frog entirely. Little dink like that.